You're Not in This Alone is not the song that I was originally supposed to record on this CD. And I remember the day that all of that changed. We were in the midst of arranging our songs, actually in this very room with our friend John Rousey, picking the keys that songs would be in and mapping out how they would go. We were going to record the music the next week. And I remember we got to the very last song of the day. I loved the song and I believed in the song, but as we were working on it, it became very clear to me in my spirit that this was not the song that I was supposed to record at this particular point in my life. I was 5 months pregnant at the time, and I was 37 years old, and Matthew and I have been married for over 12 years. Pregnancy was not in the plan. We had never even had the hint of me carrying a child ever in our lives, and it was a huge change, to say the very least. I spent most of my days teetering between panic and excitement, equal parts of both. And it brought me to a place of a new perspective where everything seemed so much more important and everything mattered so much more, including this song that I would sing. And I just felt like it had to be something very deeply personal for me. It had to be something that meant something to me that I could portray to other people. And I knew that this song that we were working on was not it. I didn't know what song it was going to be. And when my husband asked me, he said, well, if not this song, then what song? And I said, I don't know, but the Lord's gonna have to just show us. And he said, well, what about that song that you started to write a few months ago? And I said, I love that song, I believe in that song, but it's not a finished song. It's a great melody, and it's part of a verse and chorus, but that's all it is, and I don't know if we can get it done. And he said, well, we're gonna work on it. I think that might be it. And so we did. We spent the next few days writing and praying and singing and crying, and at the end of that time, just before we went in to record the music, we had this new song that I knew was the absolute right song for this time in our lives. There will come a time in my Sadie's life that Mom and Dad will not be able to be there. And as much as I want her life to be perfect and everything to go smoothly and for her to never experience a heartache, that is just not life. That's not reality. And that's not reality for you. That's not reality for me. There are times in our lives that things do not go the way that we have planned, and they do not go the way that we expect them to. But it's in those times, for my Sadie and for you and for me, that we can count on the fact that regardless of how things are and how we are looking at life right now, what the circumstances that we are in, Jesus is for us. Child of God, Jesus is for you. He is not against you. He has great plans for your life, and you are not in this alone.